Hello friends, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to spoil everything in the Diamine 2025 Inkvent calendar. This one arrived from Alice Stationery. It's here. So this is your only warning. We are going to go through all of the inks in here, and by now you've probably already watched some spoiler videos. I know I'm going to go and watch other people's videos after I open my own box because I want to hear other people's opinions, but we're going to swatch and react to this calendar. If you didn't know, I actually now have two of these calendars because I actually won one at our local Peloton hub, and I am extremely grateful for that. And because of that, I'm actually going to give that one away. I'm going to split up the whole set. Actually, no, I may give this one away. I'm going to split up this whole set, and I'm going to pick 4 winners, and each winner will get 3 milliliter samples, one of each day. So you'll get 25 ink samples of the Inkvent Advent Calendar from Diamine. And that is just my way of paying it forward and giving back to this community that has been so wonderful to me. Originally, I was going to pick 2 winners, but since I now have a second calendar, I can kind of keep that one for my own and share with people at Pen Club or some other friends. But this one, since each bottle is 12 milliliters, I should be able to divide it into 4, and then each person will get a 3 milliliter sample. So I'm really excited. I've tried my best to avoid any spoiler videos, but I know they are out now. Thankfully, unlike Colorverse, Diamine actually... Oh, I'm so excited. I didn't even realize... Let me take a second, because even though we're spoiling it, I want to take a second to just appreciate all the effort that's gone into this packaging, and to give you a little bit of a warning. Like, anybody who accidentally clicked on this video, you've got like 3 minutes into this video before I spoil all of the inks. Oh, also one more thing. I was a little disappointed this year, actually, being on Discord and also on Instagram, to actually see people discuss colors without adding a spoiler tag, and to see companies, multiple companies, swatching the inks without a spoiler warning. I know there are a lot of people who enjoy spoilers. That's probably why you're here. I enjoy spoilers. I understand the concept of wanting to know what is in the box before you're going to spend the money on it. However, add the extra few seconds to tag it as spoiler, or to gray it out or block it out, because I don't want to know. If someone has spent their hard-earned money on it and they don't want spoilers and they want to wait until December, then that should be allowed. Especially if they don't want to know what days have shimmer, or if the large bottle at the end, what kind of ink it is. Some people don't want to know anything because they've spent their hard-earned money and they want the full experience. And I totally understand. I understand both perspectives. I understand wanting to save it and understand wanting to see spoilers. I'm just asking for next year, at least, for companies and people to be mindful when they're talking about it, to just go ahead and take the extra step to add the spoiler tag. Not only add the spoiler tag, but gray it out or something, because I've seen at least 2 companies. Like, I already know what day 14 is, or 15. I don't know, I tried not to look, but one company actually posted the ink swatch, and I'm like, what the heck? And then another company, they said something about like, oh, we have enough people asking us about spoiling it. And I'm like, what about the people who've spent their money at your shop? Like, they deserve the special moment for themselves, especially if they've already bought the calendar. Like, they've already spent the money. People who could be watching spoilers, they're deciding whether or not to spend the money. So Okay, I hope that didn't offend anybody, but that was just a mini rant. Let's get into it. The Inkvent calendar is 25 bespoke fountain pen inks, one a day for the winter countdown. These beautiful new ink colors cannot be found anywhere else in the Diamine's existing ranges. Created especially for the Inkvent calendar, they're perfect for use with fountain pens, brushes, and nibs. So we get 24 12 ml bottles and one large 30 ml bottle. Wow, this is really cool. So this year is going to be teal. Doesn't look very teal to me, but alright. One thing I do like about Diamine is that they don't fully seal the box. So I can just take this out without destroying the box. And then I can also still do a little door opening reveal each day for myself, because that's just something I like to do, okay? If you've seen my color vent video, you've already heard my explanation. But are you guys ready? Oh, what is with this empty slot? Don't do that to me, Diamine. I thought something was missing. Oh my gosh. They should just give us another ink or fill it up. Like, don't, maybe they needed it for the structure, the structural integrity of the container, but gosh, that scared me. Oh, wow. Okay, look. Oh, okay. There's not much variety, although I think it's just because they put them next to each other. Let me see. I'm seeing a lot of purples. A lot of purples. Okay, it's all right. It's okay. I actually need to go and cut off the plastic on each of these. I know they're actually kind of difficult. This is the second time I've ever ordered this calendar, so oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Okay, I'm gonna disappear and then come back after these are all cut. It appears that I am unable to film a video in one sitting anymore, so we are back a few days later. I went to go and cut out the ink bottles from each of these tiny little plastic bottles, and they're extremely difficult. I wish Diamine would include one of those red tabs so that you could just pull the tab and then pull the whole thing off. If anybody knows somebody at Diamine, can you suggest that? But here's my trick for now. You take this slice tool. I can link it down below. I think you can find it on Amazon or something. This tool will slice like pretty lightly if you... It changes depending on your pressure, obviously. But it can slice out stickers and do just the top layer if you wanted to. Do it lightly. Okay, I didn't do that very well. But if you push too hard, you might get some scratches in your bottle. But if you do it lightly and just go from the top and just do a quick line down the side, and then you're able to kind of get most of it off, if not all of it. So that's my tip. Happy Inkvent. For the actual ink swatching, I went and tried to stamp my notebook to make it all pretty, ran out of space, and then, well, because the thing is, I realized that they have 25 bottles and not 24, and that doesn't fit on a page evenly because it's an odd number. And I didn't realize that until the end, but what we did was this, and then I took a stamp and then did all of that, and then I took a separate stamp and did 5 down this way. So hopefully this will be good enough. Alright, well, it is now time for us to get into it. If you're new to my channel, I don't go from day 1 to day 25. I just go from left to right and then down to the next row. So that's what we're gonna do. The idea is kind of just, you know, we're here to see what is in the package, not necessarily to go through each day in chronological order, but I'm excited. I know some people have already done this, so if you've already watched some of theirs and you're just here to hang out, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Let's see if I can find the spot again. This is like my 3rd attempt at filming this again. So, or not filming again, but getting back into the groove of filming a video. Haven't really been in my best A game lately. Alright, the first one is energy. Oh, that's not something I expected, but it looks like it's purple. And what's nice about Diamine is that they write on the side what type of ink it is. So this one should be an ink with sheen. At least these bottles, the caps, are easier to open. Let's hope that I'm more mindful about placing my ink bottles in certain places. I really don't need another spill right now. I spilled a whole bunch of water yesterday. Actually, it was this water cup. I just picked it up and forgot that there was water at all in it. And I got half of my bookshelf wet. I got my Galen washi wooden holder wet. I almost got the power strip wet, but thankfully that didn't happen. It was a disaster, and I was getting ready to film. So here we are. That is a nice deep dark purple. It kind of looks like one of the Colorverse Colorvent inks from last year. So I'm not sure that I really need another purple. Hopefully this swatch is big enough. There's definitely less room, but it is cute. I have to remember to not use such a heavy hand to dip or swatch so that we can actually see some of the true color variation in the ink properties. But I guess we won't really see it until we let it dry. So let me know in the comments. Did you get an Inkvent this year? Are you just here to hang out? The next one is Gala, and it also is a standard purple. Oh, I forgot to wash the nib. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I already said it, but I'm going to split this set up and give it away to 4 people. The winners will get 3 milliliter ink samples, 1 of each day, so you get the entire set. And the idea is that you pretty much get a sample of the Inkvent, and hopefully you get to follow along if you didn't get an opportunity to buy one this year. It's just my way of giving back to the community. I will say I need to apologize for taking so long to pick a winner for the Colorvent. I don't know. I always get really ambitious. Let me write the name first so that I have room for it. But I always get really ambitious during the holiday season, and I want to do everything. I want to do all the Inkvent swaps, and I want to do the Inkvents, and I want to do a video a day. I want to do the summary of my year type of videos, my favorite fountain pens of the year. I'm just rambling. I want to do the planner setups for 2026, and I don't know why. I think I can do it all, and I get really sad when I can't. So we're just gonna do our best, but thank you for being patient with me on selecting a winner for that. This is actually a really beautiful purple. I did not expect it to be lighter like this, but it's almost fairy tale like. And I can see a green sheen coming through. It doesn't even look purple anymore. It's starting to look blue. That's interesting. So that was Gala. I'm liking this so far more than the Colorvent, but who knows, because I think it was halfway through the Colorvent. Oh wait, I can't talk about it. Well, I haven't said anything. The ink from the Colorvent I was talking about was last year that had one like this. But I gotta stop talking about the Colorvent because you're not here for Colorvent spoilers. But at some point, like during that video, I was a little disappointed, and then I switched halfway through to being excited. So I hope for Diamine it doesn't do the opposite where I'm happy and then halfway through it switches to not so happy. Okay, let's keep going and maybe less rambling. Pineapple Spritz. That is weird. Like, it looks so so swampy. It is a pigment chameleon. Whoa, I haven't tried their pigment inks, and chameleon is different because if I remember correctly, it means that there's 2 different types of shimmer, or it changes depending on the angle that you're looking at the page or something like that. Is there a thing on the box? This is what I get for not opening it day by day. Oh no, there's nothing on the doors. The Colorvent had a description on the doors, but this one doesn't. So we'll just go off of my memory. I did hear that the pigment inks are harsh on nibs, especially the steel ones. And then today somebody said that it happens for a 14 karat gold one too. Or maybe I was reading the thread wrong. Pineapple Spritz. It's a nice yellow, but I'm afraid to ink up any of my pens because is it gonna damage my nib? Have you guys heard about that? Where it takes the coating off of like coated steel nibs? I don't know, but I think that's kind of disappointing if that is true, because I think people were pretty excited about Diamine releasing pigment inks. In theory, I like them, the pigmented inks, but in practice, I'm not very good at addressing my pens and cleaning them out in an appropriate amount of time, so I don't know. We might have to let that one dry, but right now it just looks like a nice yellow that's not too light and it's kind of legible. Although with a dip pen, it's probably thicker than any other pen would lay down. But now I'm afraid if I don't clean this nib immediately, something bad will happen to it. So we are going to clean. This is a glass dip pen that I got from Atlas Stationery. It is from Nonbull, and I don't know how they got it because it was sold out on the Nonbull's website, but Atlas got it and then they restocked, which blew my mind because I didn't think they would ever restock. Of course they are sold out again now, but yeah, I released that video maybe 2 months ago and it didn't get as many views, but I did get comments later on about this pen, so there you go if you are still interested. I'm just afraid of stains, you know? But I think I will try to cut every time I need to clean the pen, so you're not stuck here forever with me. Pineapple Spritz just kind of reminds me of Wearingeul, a star spattered hill. Spattered hill. I can never get the name of that one right, but it was really hard to resist. This one's called Mittens. Oh, that's cute. Makes me think of cats. And it is a... Ew. I thought it was the plastic, but there was some like white stuff inside. Is it the plastic? Because it moved. Oh no, it's the plastic. Okay. Weird. Wait, no. It wasn't. There was like some white. It's also a pigment ink. Are you supposed to shake them? I've been shaking it. Okay. Well, it makes me think of cats, but it's probably for like mittens that you wear in the winter. I don't know if I would use these. Is it necessary for pigment inks to be so bright? It was really hard for me to resist watching other people's Diamine Inkvent videos. I know Lau from Kenshin Crafts made one, and Simona from Simone's channel, she made one as well. And I just saved them to my to watch later list just because like I want to know what they feel about the inks and which ones they like, and I want to hear their commentary, but I wanted to have my own experience of opening up the inks as well. I hope the lighting is okay. I did buy a new light, but I'm still figuring things out. I think I like it neutral, but let me know if it sucks. That's really pretty actually, even though I don't use pink inks that often. Next up we have Frostbite, which is a blue shimmer ink. You guys do need to set your subscriptions on YouTube to public, otherwise I won't be able to see that you're subscribed to me when you enter the giveaway. And unfortunately quite a few people I couldn't pick for the color vent because I have to go through and make sure all the criteria has been met, like did you follow my channel, did you answer the prompt, blah blah blah. I don't know if I'm gonna say the prompt for this one because I'm not feeling creative right now. I'll probably just drop it in the description down below. This is a nice blue. It seems to be a pretty wet blue, and I'm curious to know what kind of shimmer it has because I can't see from my angle right now. You can't really tell the shimmer until it dries. But I do like this format of swatching because it's just a little different. Decided to do something different from like the circles or just the random splotches. Although this might be a little more tedious because it is drying out. Maybe I'll just do a second dip. This is a really, really pretty blue. It's like, I don't know, maybe I'm just thirsty, but it looks drinkable. I don't know why, I've never seen a blue drink like this, but it's a delicious, deep, dark blue. Not too dark, but like, I don't know. Does that make sense? Does it look delicious? Like, if I could drink this color, that would be so cool. Don't drink the ink, you guys. I don't know if I wasn't clear earlier, but the winner giveaway, it will be random. It's just that I have to draw from the pool of people who are actually subscribed. And I can't tell unless your subscriptions are public. Because one time I did a giveaway and I kept drawing names and I would go and check if they were subscribed to me or if they followed the prompt. And literally nobody followed it until the last name that I drew. So I sat here for like an hour and 45 minutes drawing names and going through it. So now I'm gonna do the opposite, where I go through the criteria first before drawing the name. A lot more goes into giveaways than you'd think. I don't know how that didn't occur to me. I always see like other content creators who are super generous about doing it, but maybe I'm not going about it in the right way. I don't know. So anyway, this one is Celestial Skies, and it is a shimmer ink. So we have our second blue, or maybe our third blue, because that one is turning blue now. Oh, maybe it's a blurple. It's a little too sheeny because I see more green than blue, although I really like green, so no complaints there. Celestial Skies. I wonder if they'll have a scented ink. I think they will. So this is kind of a turquoise, or it's like Jacques Herbin Emerald de Chevoir. Almost exact. Yeah, you guys know I like to use that one to test my notebooks. This is almost pretty much Emerald de Chevoir. Does it have a gold shimmer too? I think it does. Is it gonna sheen red? Hold on, take a look. This is where I did the paper test when I tested this Good Inkpressions notebook last year or year before. And then this is what Emerald de Chevoir looked like. It's dried. The camera does not show the correct color. Darn it! Let me adjust the lighting to see if that helps. Well, that's not good. It's not the correct color. Well, at least you can see that these two are basically the same color. Let me just troubleshoot for a second. It's just like not very true to the camera for the colors in real life. They're a little bit off, but I do apologize if it's not correct. Fur and Fog. F-I-R. Fur and Fog. It is a chameleon ink. Ooh, look at that. Oh, I think I'll like this one. It's kind of like a metallic green. When I was a kid, our family car was pretty similar to this color. I love greens. This is F-I-R and F-O-G. Fur and Fog, not frog. Oh, it is exactly Emerald de Chevoir. It has the red sheen, the gold shimmer, and the emerald. It's not even emerald, the turquoise color with the shading. That's wild. That's hilarious. Like if you just wait, I don't know, 10 years, just release the same color that another company has. I guess once you reach a certain point, it is hard to create new colors. I like this one. It's like right up my alley. Kind of reminds me of the Kyoto ink I have though. I don't remember the name of it. Ooh, but this also kind of looks like Lennon Toolbar Firmament. I like this one a lot. I know I should have capped it, but it's hard to cap it if you're gonna be dipping. Plus, I always feel like it's gonna dry out on the nib before I can hit the page with it. This is the one I was talking about from Kyoto. It is called, what is it called? Starting with an R. Shoot. I can like link it in the cards. I know I swatched it on my channel before, but it kind of looks like that. What is this? Laurel? Laurel. Like the Platinum pen. The Platinum 3776. Laurel green. This is, wow, extreme sheen. Nobody asked for this. I have a whole bottle of KWZ Sheen Machine 2. Is it gonna look like this? Nobody asked for extreme sheen Diamine. I don't think we need this. I like sheening inks, or I thought I liked sheening inks until I bought KWZ Sheen Machine. The pages get sticky because your ink doesn't really dry. It's so funny. Laurel. I love green though. Oh, I think one of the cats is coming in. I can hear him creeping up behind me, checking in on me while I swatch my inks. I wasn't really in an ink swatching mood today, but it is getting late in November, and if I want to like give ink samples away for people to receive it in time to actually follow along in December, I gotta do this now. Oh my gosh. And I also am doing an Inkmas thing over on Instagram. I'm participating in an Inkvent exchange, or like a DIY Inkvent type of thing. ink swap, and I kind of wanted to include some of these newer inks in my partner's package, so I gotta do this now. Whoever I saw on YouTube who gave out the tip about using 2 water things is a genius, because in the first one it gets so dirty, but in the second one it pretty much cleans itself, so you're not here cleaning for hours. Wow, it's so pretty. These are really nice. I love the shading in that one. I'll do a close-up later. You can already see the sheen, that like pink metallic sheen. Overcast. I'm feeling it. We actually got our first snow today, but I didn't get to see it, so it didn't happen if I didn't get to see it, right? Oh no! Okay, so we have Overcast, and it is a standard ink. You know what? I'm excited for a standard ink. I haven't really used shimmers as often now that have a little bit higher end pens, higher end to me at least, that I don't want to put shimmer in. So I do get excited about standard inks now. But I had to take a break to pet the cat. He really wanted attention, and the bubble wrap from the package for the Inkvent. This is really nice. What is it supposed to be? I guessed a blue, gray, green. I like it. It's like overcast, like the skies. But yeah, it snowed today, apparently, but I didn't see it, so that doesn't count. I don't like snow, and it is very overcast here often, but it never looks like this pretty. This is a pretty ink. I thought it would be more gray, but mine's coming out more blue, and I enjoy that. I especially like the text. The label in the camera kind of looks silver, but it's actually blue. I hope I have the right camera setting. I'm just doing my best here, you guys. The videos are kind of, I enjoy making them, but some days, I don't know, some days I don't want to like get in the whole, I don't know, the persona. I'm pretty much as close to being myself as possible on here, but I guess some days it's just, maybe it's my sitting position. My knees are up against the bookshelf. It's one of those cube shelves, and then there's a door on here, so it's just a little uncomfortable of a setup. So maybe that's it. Overcast is really pretty though. Marie Rose. Marie Rose, but there's no accent over the E. Another standard ink. Almost looks like a champagne. Marie Rose. Am I supposed to know what this is? Is it related to Christmas? Huh. It's like a light brown orange, but there's, I think the camera makes it look more peach, but it's definitely just more light brown. When you lay it down, the ink is brown, but when it dries, it's leaning more orange. It's like a dull apricot, like a dried apricot instead of a fresh one. Not like that apricot achat from Pelican this year. This is more close to the Lennon Toolbar dried Milan Marie Rose. I think I like it. I think it's a little dry leaning, or it dried very quickly on the page. That's interesting. I like that. There aren't that many reds, but I do see some coming up. Is this another? This is another blurple, and it's another extreme sheen, and it is called Dreamcatcher. So far, I like this set. Oh wait, that might be too much. Let me do this. Catcher. Is this just gonna be another blue with red sheen? Because I don't like blue with red sheen. I don't know what my problem is about it. I think there's just too many blues out there that all kind of look the same. Like, I was using Pilot Blue, and it was very close to the blue that was in my Pelican ink cartridge, which is pretty close to Waterman Serenity Blue, which I actually saw frostbite when I had the camera off between cleaning the nib between inks. And frostbite is another freaking blue with red sheen. And I think it's actually like a rose gold shimmer, so that's nice, but I'm just so tired of the blue with red. Apologies if you do like blue with red. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just that there's so many out there. So people who do like it, do you buy each bottle? Does it look different to you? Well, I guess it's like me and my greens. But most of my greens, they actually do look different. I don't know. Maybe I'm guilty of the same thing and they actually do all look the same. I'm just hating on blue for no reason. What do we have next? After Dreamcatcher, we've got Brr. Like, brr, it's cold. Pigment Shimmer. Whoa. Another blue. So when people go to search up this ink to purchase it, will it show up if you type it BRR or BRRR? Because there's 3 R's. So you have to be specific about the search. BRRR exclamation point. That's what this one is called. Brr. I wonder if do non-English speakers, well, I guess this is all in English, but what would brr be in your language? If you speak a language that's different from English, or how do you spell it? If you even use the same characters, like, I don't know. It's interesting to think about. Oh, wow. That's pretty. That's like Frozen, you know, the Disney movie. That's Elsa on the paper. That's like if you took her dress is probably a little lighter, but if you took her dress, mashed it into ink, and spit it out on the paper, that's basically Frozen. This is actually probably like 2 or 3 shades darker than Elsa's dress, but it has this very beautiful, gentle, soft blue glitter. I like it a lot. That's pretty, in my opinion. What do you guys like so far? We've got like 4 to 5 blues, 2 greens, 1 purple, and 2 alternatives. I guess it kind of looks boring right now. I don't know. Guess we'll just have to find out. Okay, Antler. Antler is this light purple. It is a pigment ink. I wonder if it's like a purple gray. Did you guys see the Reddit color of this year or whatever? The ink, the community ink from Reddit. Lady Gray. I'm interested, but I want to know if it has a dry flow, because if it does, then I don't want it. It's just my personal preference. This one is Antler. Oh, no. Too much. A little too much ink went down on the text. So I'm gonna trace this first. Did you hear the little meow? Okay, he decided to go louder. Antler. Oh, it's brown. What? Wait, I feel like I'm having this deja vu moment from when I swatched Birmingham Pen Company Waterfront Dusk, because that ink I thought was purple and I turned brown on my page. So I'm like, is it me? Or did I contaminate that ink? Is it my paper? Or like, is it my eyeballs? What's going on? It's a metallic light purple on the label. I guess antler for like deer. I guess it makes sense it's brown, but why are you deceiving me, Diamine? What do you guys see? That's not brown, right? Hold on. That's not brown. It could be a very, very light brown. Like, that looks purple. That doesn't look like that. Doesn't look like that. I know it's reflecting funny, but whatever. You've got to be kidding me. Another blue. You know, but it's my fault, because I just realized that the box is turquoise. So what was I expecting? Like, why didn't I prepare myself for that? Well, now I have a lot of blues in my collection. This one says Molten Basalt. Basalt. I don't know how to say that. It's a standard ink. If it sheens red, throwing this out the window. Just kidding. I would never do that. But can it sheen something else? Brown or something? I don't think it can. Probably ink properties, chemistry, blah, blah, blah. Molten Basalt. Oh, is it like super dry? Or did I dip funny? I think it's a little dry. Dry is almost like darker, almost black. What is Molten Basalt? Is that a rock? Is it related to like, I only think of like molten lava. So is it like, I don't know, one of the transition phases of a rock formation? Science? I don't remember anything. Gosh. Ooh, it got darker. I kind of like it, but ew. It's reacting to the stamp ink and then it turns blue where it hits the green. Or is that just the ink itself. Oh my goodness, I might have to swatch that again. That's so weird. It's so cool though. Here's what I'm gonna do. I have the Wearing Gold swatch cards, and this one is a set from Atlas Stationers. I've never used them. I don't know why. I keep thinking one day I will sit down and do all of them. That day has not come. So we're gonna re-swatch this one just to see if there's some kind of base color that I'm missing out on. I've never done it on one of these cards though. They're really cool because they have a coating where it can kind of keep ink from going there, so it creates a pattern if you paint over it, and then wherever the coating is, the ink will not lay down, and it causes it to kind of move around away from it so that you see a pattern on the paper. That was harder to describe than I thought it would be. I definitely have seen some people, oh yeah, see, so I'll go this way and it doesn't really catch. Oh no, is that how some people get it all dirty? Should I have gone in with a wet towel instead, maybe? But yeah, you can kind of pass over his face and it won't get colored in. Trying to not like double layer just so we can see what the base color is. But I don't know if I'm doing that successfully. So it's laying down blue, like a dark blue, but it's drying into a almost gray black with, wow, brown shading, brown and green. That looks really, really cool. Do you see that? So it laid down blue, but when it's drying, it's not blue anymore. That's crazy. That's so cool. I think the blue here, it was running into where the stamp ink was, so I'm not fully sure if that was accurate. So this is Diamine, oh shoot, Molten Basalt. One thing I noticed is I didn't realize your space to write the ink name is really small, but that's a really cool and fun experience. Maybe I can just dip this in water and clean off the one edge a little. Is that how that works? Oh no, hold on. Did I make it worse? I think there's only so much you can do because it is still just cardstock underneath. And if you break through the coating, it's just not gonna be good. Interesting, very interesting. It looks like he's wearing a blue headband now. I'm definitely making it worse, so I need to stop. She says she needs to stop and then she continues. This is, okay, I'm over it. Atlas is getting a blue face, body, chest, legs. That's really cool though. The ink is really cool. I'm not mad about this blue. That's actually really cool. I have our first red. This one is called Ruby Taffeta. Am I supposed to know what that is? It is a chameleon ink. Wow, they really did not give you many standard inks this time. Although, I guess when I first did the Inkvent, it was the green edition, and I wanted more shimmer inks and stuff like that. Like, I didn't like standard inks. I thought they were super boring. And now I'm kind of the opposite. That was way too thick. Ruby. Taffeta. Taffeta? I don't know what that is. Is it like taffy? That is so pretty. But it also reminds me of Colorverse Giant Sunspot, which I had inked for quite some time in my Esterbrook SD Botanical Gardens. And it's just a standard red. Oh wait, no, it's supposed to be a chameleon. We'll find out if there was shimmer. Which ones were chameleon inks? Crap. I think it was these. This was just shimmer, right? And this one was chameleon. Celestial Skies was shimmer. Fur and Fog was chameleon. Okay, so was Ruby Taffeta. So what's the deal with Fur and Fog? Because isn't it supposed to be like, if it's at a different angle, you see a different color or something? Different color shimmer? I guess it's like super bright green shimmer, and then it's more of a sandy shimmer. I don't know. Let me look it up on the internet. Diamine Chameleon Ink. A type of shimmer ink, the shimmer effect is much brighter than standard, and when the ink is applied to the page, the color changes depending on... Wait, that was Reddit, so... Meaning? A special type of shimmer ink that changes color depending on the angle of the light. Brighter shimmer and are designed to show a color shift or a different color entirely when viewed from different perspective. The effect is a result of the combination of shimmering particles and potentially a strong sheen. So it's got a color shifting effect, brighter shimmer. Yeah, okay, into whatever. We'll find out what it looks like when it dries. You can tell what the majority color is right now. I could have sworn when I did the green calendar, there was about 5 or 6 greens maybe. So I can't remember if someone said that Diamine does do more bottles of that color of the year. So kind of expecting more turquoise instead of just straight up blue. But I gotta stop complaining. I'm sure there's somebody out there who loves it. And honestly, I kind of like it too. It's not that bad. Let me move my water up so I can show you more of this. Watch me pour the ink down this. That would be really, really bad. So I'm gonna move it. It's not ink, it's the dipping water. Watch me knock it over behind the shelf, between the wall and the shelf, and I'll spend all night cleaning it up. It is like 2 a.m. now, if you didn't know. Oh, okay, so here's that white I was telling you about earlier that I thought was the plastic. Do you see that? Is that part of the pigment? It is a pigment. Okay, I'm gonna shake it and we'll see if this white is part of the plastic or not. I guess it is. That's just super weird. No. Okay, I shook it harder and it's disappearing. How hard do I have to shake this? Okay, it's all gone. What is that? Why is it like separating? I've got like biased, I don't know, prejudices against this pigment ink because of what I've heard, but also that like little white streak. Carousel. Do I gotta roll my pen every time I use it? Carousel. I honestly stopped using like Kakimori ink because it stained my Pilot Kakuno Lennon Toolbars Atmosphere ink. Is that their permanent line? Pigment ink line? Firmament stained my Pilot Kakuno. I guess, you know, I just put all my tough inks into Pilot Kakuno. But I have Platinum, Carbon Black, and Forest Black. Those are okay. Diatraventus Document Black was okay, but I did leave it for way too long in my Pilot Vanishing Point, and it did stain the feed there too. But I don't mind with that one because it's not really noticeable. And then other than that, I kind of stopped using pigment inks. I know the concern is that your writing will disappear if you get it wet. I don't know. For me, I don't really like the trouble of going through having to maintain the pen like that. And I guess it's a memory in itself if your notes or whatever. Well, actually, it would really suck if it was school notes. But if it's like your journal, I guess it's part of a memory in itself if your journal gets soaked and you can't see some of the text anymore. And that sounds really sad, actually. I don't know if I want that to happen to anybody. Well, obviously, I don't want it to happen to anybody, but why am I trying to like make light of it to justify why I'm not using pigment inks? I don't know. Use whatever you want. I'm just chatting. This is such a bright red. Kind of reminds me of Cardinal from the green year. I don't know why I just say, oh, this ink reminds me of this ink. I don't know if that helps you guys, but it does for me because it's like, oh, I swatched that and it's part of my collection. So it's already pretty close to this. So if you don't have the Inkvent and you're looking for the full-size bottles when they come out, because you know, unlike Colorverse, Diamine actually releases a bottle of every color after the holidays and stuff are over. They actually release it in like June. It's like super late. But I guess it gives you an idea if you're going to look for it, what ink you might already have that looks like it. This red is actually really difficult to clean off right now. And I love this pen, so I'm going to take a moment to clean it a little more deeply. I swear I still see red in the corners. And I keep thinking, oh, it's not actually, but it's there. I see it. So the next bottle is actually the largest one, but I'm gonna save that one till last. And we're just gonna hopefully dip into enough of these that I can rub off the red. This one's called Bittersweet, and it's standard. It kind of looks like it's a green. I don't know why they decided to make every label kind of metallic. Bittersweet. Oh, this is like a nice peppermint green, but I don't think I need this type of green. Although it's very Christmassy. Look, both of these are very Christmassy. Why is this called bittersweet? It's like peppermint. It's definitely on the lighter end of inks. It must be a little bit dry too. Nice. Here is Ambiance, and it is a chameleon ink. I still don't really get the chameleon ones. I don't really see the shimmer looking different on the angle or whatever. Ambiance. So this is kind of like a light coral ink, a mix between orangey red with pink shimmer. I'm not a fan of red or pink inks, or orange for that matter, but I think it's kind of cool. We finally have another purple. This one is called Nostalgia, and it is a chameleon. Whoa, there's no black. Do they do black inks? Is this basically a purple leaning black? Maybe I shouldn't do the stamps anymore because it might mess with the ink. Did I mention this is Tomoe River Paper 68 GSM, the old stuff? Oh, it's like a gray brown black with pink shimmer. I like it. Interesting. You know how I said around here I wasn't in an ink swatching mood? Well, now I am, as we've progressed, and I'm like sad that there's only a few left. Oh man, because I said that I wouldn't really buy much more ink, especially since I have, what, almost 50 bottles now if I'm doing Diamine Inkvent and Color Vent. So look at that chaos. That's an interesting way to describe my ink situation. This is Extreme Sheen again. All right, that's her third one. But yeah, now I'm a little sad that I won't have any more inks to swatch, which is not true. I can always do swaps with people, but I really don't need to buy any more ink. And every time Atlas Stationers has their sale, which it ended today actually, the Fountain Pen Day sale was 20% off site-wide, and Black Friday might be pretty much around the same discount. I don't know, no guarantees, but usually they do kind of match it. And I would get so tempted. I'm like, 20% off ink? I waited all year for that. But I also bought ink already this year, so I really don't need any more ever again. Yeah, I don't know. I think next year I should focus on working down some samples too, because they're taking up a lot of space now and I don't know what to do with them. And I actually prefer bottles, but I do participate in a lot of ink swap. My battery died, but we're back. Look at this insane sheen that it left on the nib. Chaos. What were we talking about? Yeah, I've been swapping inks with people, which is great. I really enjoy being able to share my bottles of ink. However, I get a little nervous that it's the samples that are shared with me. I'm like, are those gonna evaporate? And I'll feel sad that I didn't get around to it. But then I get a little hesitant to try new inks sometimes. If I know a pen wants a wet ink and I unintentionally put a dry ink in there, then I just get mad. But I don't know that the ink is wet or dry until I ink it up in a pen, and then I just have that one sample of it. And it's like, do I have enough to ink it in another pen? But then at that point, I'm already kind of mad at that ink for being so dry and not writing well in my Vanishing Point, which is a very picky pen. It only likes wet inks. But yeah, I don't know. I guess with ink bottles, you don't really get to know an ink until you've used it about 7 or 8 times. Maybe 4 times. 3 times? At least 2. Why am I counting down? I'm like arguing against myself about this. I don't know. I've always been a bottle person instead of a sample person, but next year I might try to focus on using some bottles. This one I really wanted to know what the heck was going on. Kind of reminds me of Halloween because it's like purple, but it almost completely is overpowered by electrifying green. It reminds me of Frankenstein. And it also reminds me of Lamy Dark Lilac, because I think that has the same type of sheen. Okay, 5 more. Let Us Know. Wow, that was the wrong song. I was thinking of Let It Go, but Let Us Know Let us know, let it snow. Please don't let it snow. Chameleon. I wonder how it'll look next to Burr. I'm really sad, you guys. We're going down on the ink. We're almost on the last few. A little sad. It'll be okay, I guess. Oh, I shook it up a little too much. Oh, these lines might screw up the ink. Oh, I gotta write the thing. Shoot. What am I doing? Let it snow. Reminds me of Diamine Bliss, but it better have a good shimmer. Otherwise, it's basically Diamine Bliss. This is not very Elsa-y. Well, actually, maybe it is, but the other one made me more excited. Maybe like this one's Elsa and the other one's Cinderella. The Burr. Kind of reminds me of like Glacier. Is that an ink? I don't know. It's how I imagine the word glacier would look if it was an ink. We got another brown. This is called Smoky Tobacco. And oh wow, it's scented. Darn it, I was looking for another brown. I don't want it to be scented. I don't know what smoky tobacco will smell like. There's a slash here because this is what happens when you take that slice tool and press a little too hard. So if you just do it gently, you can do like the top layer. But it would be best if Diamine would just include a tab for us to rip. Do I want to smell it? What if I just waft it? Oh, it smells like an old man's mothball shirt. Unless I've been smelling smoky tobacco this whole time. It more so smells like you just walked past an old man who uses a lot of mothballs in his clothing. Maybe I'm placing my scents incorrectly. Let me know if that's completely wrong. Smoky tobacco. It's a nice brown. The scented inks, they've had issues before where it feathers really badly. I don't think I'm having that issue on this paper. So at least there's that. Oh wow, that's an interesting scent. Do people like this? I'm not sure that I would like this very much. Although it might be cool to write a letter with it and then, wow, that is strong. And then your pen pal opens it up and it smells like somebody's grandpa. I don't know. I hope that's not offensive. It's just the scent that I would associate with from my experiences. Smoky tobacco. Wow, that is so strong. Oh, gosh. I remember Diamine Spruce. That one was nice. At least for me, it was just pine. This one is a lot. I don't know why I brought it to the camera. Like, you guys could smell it. Here, take a sniff. It's a nice brown. Oh, I wanted to show you the lettering, that's why. It doesn't look like it's feathering. So at least that's a bonus, right? Yeah, it didn't bleed through. But this is nice paper. This one's called Bubbly. I wonder if it is actually the champagne color that I was trying to go for earlier. And it is a shimmer ink. Which one was it earlier where I said it was like champagne? Was it Marie Rose? I think so. Bubbly. Oh my gosh. Shoot. Oh, what is it happening? B-U-B-B-L-Y. This is interesting. This is kind of like a green, gray, yellow, swampy color. Bubbly. Bubbly is not what I expected. It's not bad. It's just not what I expected. I think it'll be pretty light in a pen. I've been using Ferris Wheel Press Oyster Hour. I've been calling it Majestic Maple Syrup this whole time. But it kind of reminds me of that, but just a little bit different. It's like the strange genre of brown grays that are also kind of green, that are also kind of yellow. I was thinking about it while I was cleaning the nib. I might do 2 giveaway winners on YouTube and 2 on Instagram, but I might actually do 1 on Instagram on Stationery Dumpling under that account and maybe another for my Etsy shop account. If you didn't know, I have an Etsy shop where I make planner stickers and journaling stickers and fountain pen related stickers, kind of like these new ink day stickers and these new pen day stickers. That was a lot of the word sticker, but it's called Two Sad Dumplings Co. So maybe I'll do one of the giveaways on that channel, or not channel, Instagram account. Yeah, so I think I'll do that. This one's called Blush. It is a standard ink. Looks like it's gonna be pink. I pinched my finger and it almost bled, and every time I've cleaned my nib, I've twisted this section and the towel on this, and I'm afraid that it's gonna, I don't even know, irritate the cut. But it should be fine, right? Just a mess over here. Blush. Is this kind of like a rose? Like a dusty rose? Or is this more like red? Weird. It kind of looks like blood from when you've defrosted meat. Is that weird? That's a weird description. I don't like this at all. Looks like blood to me. It's not like dark blood. It's like blood juices. Yeah, I don't like this. Ew. What is this supposed to be? Well, good thing I saved the big bottle for last, because I would be upset if this was my last bottle. It'd be hilarious. The last bottle I've ever swatched that I've added to my collection. Blush. Because it looked like animal juices. Ugh, weird. Maybe I'm the weird one. Oh, it can be kind of like grapefruit juice, maybe. Or like blood orange. That's less weird. Here's the grand finale. What is it? Mirror the Merrier. Mire the Merrier. What does that mean? Oh, the sticker is coming up. This is a shimmer and sheen. Let's do a close-up. It says MYRRH, the merrier. I'm guessing it's supposed to rhyme, so it's supposed to be like more the merrier, but it's like mire the merrier. I have no clue what that means. Educate me in the comments, please. So it's gonna be like this turquoise, like the box turquoise. This is a big bottle after holding all those mini bottles. All right, moment of truth. YRRH, the merrier. I almost like didn't set that bottle down well, but I was like, oh crap, I cannot spill yet another ink bottle or cause another ink incident, because that would just be embarrassing at this point. Not like it was not embarrassing the first 2 times. Yeah, I need to change up my ink stamp system because I'm afraid that the stamp ink is actually reacting to it. Oh, this is actually kind of nice. It's a darker turquoise. I don't really like the Emerald de Chauvoir one as much. I was really excited to get it. It's kind of what motivated me to get into fountain pens. I was into calligraphy and somebody sent me a video of this ink where they used Emerald de Chauvoir to do Gothic calligraphy, and in the video it showed the ink color changing, and I had never seen that before. And I thought if I could get into fountain pens, then I could do that type of calligraphy. And then once I got into fountain pens, I bought well, this is like my second attempt at getting into fountain pens. It was not my official like release into the rabbit hole, but I bought a Pilot Metropolitan, and I was so aggravated that the nib could not bend to do any type of calligraphy. So I kind of just gave up on this ink. And then when I finally got a Lamy Safari and got into Hobonichi and fell down this immense rabbit hole, that's when I bought the bottle of Jacques Herbin, and I achieved my dream of like 6 years to get that color changing ink that I'd never seen before. Okay, so that was a little darker than I expected, but I like it. I think I just got carried away with over-coloring while I was telling my story. But let me clean off the nib and then we'll review this. All right, you guys. Well, I don't know if this is fully dry yet, but let's get into it. Energy kind of reminds me of Earth. Originally, it was purple. There's a little bit of it there, but that could have been the interaction with the stamp ink again. And now it has this like blue undertone with this green sheen on top of it, and I really like that. Gala is just kind of, that's not the right color. All right, I'm sorry you guys. On camera it looks like a sailor ink, like a Neko Yanagi or something. In real life it's not close to that at all. It's more of a grape candy kind of color, and I'm not gonna adjust settings again, I'm sorry. This pineapple spritz is just like a yellow with shimmer. Mittens is a nice kind of bubblegum pink. That looks really cool. So this is the pigment ink, and I guess it looks like it has a different texture. It makes the insides of the letters more white and the outside of the letters kind of have like an outline. That's really cool. Spite, I don't like it. at all. I think it's boring. Let It Snow is just okay too. It's just a blue shimmer with blue. Celestial Skies is a direct knockoff of Emerald de Chavoir. Fur and Fog, not bad, but I think I do have an ink like this already. I do like that kind of green. Laurel, if you remove the sheen from Laurel, I would actually really like this because that's my kind of green. But this is too much. This is KWZ Sheen Machine number 2. Overcast, I did enjoy it. It's probably the only really complex shading ink. That's not true. It's the only really pale one. And even then it's not that pale. So I like it. I think it's almost like a sailor ink that you could actually use that's legible. So it's got the purple undertones. Actually no, light blue undertones with a purple overlay. Marie Rose is confusing to me because it's like a brown that wanted to be orange. But I kind of like it. Smoky Tobacco. Oh, you can still smell it if you put your nose up to the page. But I like this, that really light part. That's a nice brown. It's just pretty mediocre brown. Smells not good to me. Let's go over here. Dreamcatcher is just the other, what is that one? Nitrogen Organic Studios? Is that the one? That's basically that, right? This is Burr. Oh, it kind of almost looks like a Santa hat. Maybe it's getting late. Burr I really liked. It's definitely not this color in the camera. In the camera, it looks like it's annoying shimmer, but off camera, it actually is more matte. I like that one. Antler was interesting. I think it's just okay. It almost kind of looks like how the platinum inks dry though. Molten Basalt. I don't like my swatch here, but I do like the effect that it has. So it has that dark blue with the, is it a black sheen? It's cool. I like that one. Ruby Trifecta. It is a, oh, taffeta. Ruby taffeta. It is a red with a green shimmer. It's kind of cool. It's like Christmas. I don't think I would use it that often. Bubbly is kind of cool. It reminds me of those Birmingham Pen Company inks that's got different levels of shading to it, but add shimmer. So that's kind of cool, but it might be a little light in your pen. I don't like Carousel at all because to me it's just a standard red. And I feel like it took a while to clean that off of my pen. But that's because it got in the crevices. Bittersweet's just plain green, like a peppermint candy. Ambiance, it reminds me of Cardinal. Or no, Celebration. Is that the ink from the Diamine Inkvent 2022? It reminds me of that. Nostalgia was pretty good. It looks more purple now. I think when I was swatching it, it looked more black. But because there's so much shimmer, it's like a pink purple shimmer. It looks more purple now. Chaos is a little too chaotic. I think it's because of my swatch. You can barely see the purple. I don't know how I feel about, like, if I were to send a pen pal a letter and they just got assaulted when they opened the page with this nuclear green. I don't know. Blush, I can't unsee my Meat Juices thing, but it does have decent shading. Grapefruit juice. Okay, and finally, the Merrier. The name confuses me. I'm not a big fan of the red sheen, but I do like the swatch when it's on the lighter end. So I'm hoping if I were to ink it up in a pen, it would lean towards the lighter one. Right now, it's like scary how the red sheen almost encased the letters. It's almost like bubble letters. It's like I wrote with a glittery blue gel pen and then outlined it very closely with a red pen. But that's kind of cool. I like that one actually. Oh god. I'm not making this up. I almost knocked over my jar of water. The edge of the notebook, it almost dipped into this. But it was okay. It's on a lid. We're okay. Oh my god. That would have been crazy. Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm genuinely a little terrified. Thank you so much. If you are still here, make sure you enter my giveaway. I'm doing it to hopefully give back to some people who have been following me for a while, and maybe if you haven't had an opportunity to get an Inkvent this year, maybe I can give you a little sample of that to hopefully brighten up your holiday season. Thank you so much. If you've made it this far, you are truly a wonderful person, and I really appreciate it. I hope to talk to you in the next video. Have a beautiful day. I forgot to do final thoughts on this. Overall, I actually do like it. I like the variety. I think it looks really good. I don't love some of them, but that's gonna be given for a lot of Inkvents. And I'm pretty happy. I feel like maybe I sounded negative while I was going through some of these and I was pointing out what I think Diamine could do better. But looking at them all as a whole, I'm personally pretty happy with it. I guess, should I count how many I like? 1, 2. I like that one, but I don't think, like the pigments I'm afraid to use, and I already have the Wear and Go ink and I don't use pink. But I do like these two. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, even though it smells funny. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, that one's questionable, but it's okay. 16, 17. I like 17 out of the 25 inks. So there's 8 that I don't like, but personally I feel like that's pretty good. And I think I actually like it more than the Color Vent. I don't know, what do you think? If you haven't watched that video, make sure you go and hop over and check that one out, because I did do the Colorverse Color Vent spoilers. Until then, I hope to talk to you guys in the next video. Make sure you enter my giveaway, and if you've made it this far, I am so grateful for you. Thank you so much, and I hope you guys have a beautiful day. Bye!